may not be seeing all of the fields in Studio, why certain fields may be missing in Studio, and how you can recover them if if you didn't do a MySQL dump backup. So it's two different parts. So the first part, it's very simple. For example, you go to the Studio after you have completed your migration, and inside the Studio, certain fields are basically not there. What happens is that it's been reported by some people, they will do a MySQL dump of the whole database, then they will move it to the new database, and then certain fields will not be there. And the reason for that is because that data was not moved over with this table, which is fields underscore meta underscore data. So if you have access to the old database, the only thing that you would need to do is basically grab all of the data from this table and then move it over to your new instance, to your new database. And that should resolve the issue. So once you move once you move this table, you would do a repair and rebuild. And it's very important that once you do that, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then it's going to say that certain tables were added. So add those tables. You may need to redo the repair and rebuild again, and then always scroll all the way down to the bottom to confirm that it's not asking you to create certain tables, because it may, and in that case, you would need to do it in order for it to fix the problem. So if you have access to the old database, that's fine, that's great, that's all you need to do. In my case, it was a little bit trickier because I did not have access to the original database. My computer, the original machine got burned, so I only had access to the IDB files, like so. So with the IDB files, it's a little bit more tricky, but it's not too hard either. Essentially, you would just follow the commands here. So maybe if you Google this up, you're going to see it. You would be locking that table, so the fields metadata table. You would be discarding the table space, essentially. And then you would alter the table, you would import the table space, and then enter the table name here. So what it's going to do, it's going to delete this IDB file from your new machine. And then after you do this, basically, it's going to delete it. Then you're going to move over this file from the backup to the new machine, because it's no longer going to be there. It's going to get deleted from the new machine. So you move it over, the backup file, and then you perform this command here, and you unlock tables. And that's going to basically import it for you. One issue that I had during the import, it said that there was a schema mismatch. So what I had to do is basically I had to sort of start over. I had to go to the original table, and then so luckily I did a backup of the table, and that's what you should be doing also, obviously. So before you touch your fields underscore metadata file table, do a backup of it. And then what I did is I wiped the whole table space got deleted, and then I added a certain command in the create. So I opened up that MySQL file, the backup, and then I added the following. So row format equals compact after the engine eno db. In that very first initial rows, it's going to actually create the table. So I added this part here, and then it changed the schema. So at that point, I just restarted the whole process. I did it once again with the new table, with that thing specified. I locked the table, I discarded the table space, and then I imported it again. I did unlock tables, and then all the data got moved over. I did repair and rebuild, and then at that point it started working again. So if you run into this tricky issue, I hope this helps you, and please do subscribe, as more of these videos will be coming out in the future. Thank you so much.